Last night, we had both ladies from Victoria schools hosting district games, which both went on to win their games. But what about the boys? They were on the road, and we couldn't say the same for the East boys. Victoria East boys went on to lose against Fort Bend Kipner in Sugar Land. The Titans went into this game as favorites with a better record, but on any given night, anything can happen. The final score was 60-45. But the West boys, on the other hand, won their district game against Lamar Consolidated. The Warriors now moved their record up to 11-12. West is now fourth in their district after this win. Final score, 46-37. The boys will prepare to take on Fort Bend on Tuesday. But let's continue the love to Yoakum High School. Newly committed SMU player Xavier Barnett helped his team to victory last night after beating Columbus. It was a close game. Final score 58-55. Big congrats to Yoakum High School. And on to the pros. At least those schools were able to take the hardwood because way down in Atlanta, the icy weather has led to the postponing of the Rockets and Hawks games that was scheduled earlier today. The Rockets are still in a close battle for the #2 seed in the Western Conference. The Memphis Grizzlies right on their heels. The Rockets with a record of 25-12, and the Grizzlies, just after beating the Minnesota Timberwolves, they are now 25-14. So this looks like it could be a tough battle for the #2 seed in the Western Conference. And these wildfires continue to affect the sports world. Next, it's in the NFL. The Los Angeles Rams look to begin their playoff run in the wild card round, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Well, their game has now been relocated to the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The NFL announced yesterday, in the interest of public safety, Monday's Vikings-Rams wild card game has been moved from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, to the State Farm Stadium, home of the Arizona Cardinals. And the Houston Texans begin their postseason run against the Los Angeles Chargers. Texans still hoping to make some noise without their star receiver Tank Dell. And bad luck followed the Texans on the receiving end after Michi fumbled, but thankfully the Texans were still able to take care of business and win the game. Final score, 32-12. And now that we have some video, let's talk about the Cotton Bowl, a marquee matchup between both teams in the Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the Texas Longhorns. It seemed like anybody's game to start things off. The Ohio State's own Quinston Judkins scores a 9-yard touchdown on the first one of the game. But the Texans didn't worry answering back before halftime as Ewers locates Jaden Blue for a touchdown. But in games like this, errors just can't be made as Ohio State walked away with the victory. Final score, 28-14. Here's a word from Ewers and head coach Steve Sarkisisan.
They made two big plays. You know, they hit the screen at the end of the first half and got the sack fumble on fourth down there for a touchdown. But two really good teams, a ton of credit to Ohio State. They're a very good football team, well-coached, hard-fought game. I'm really proud of them.
Being in the Final Four back-to-back years and coming up short 2 years, it's tough. But, you know, I think that's how life is. You're going to get punched in the face and in some hard moments.
Big congrats to the Longhorns on a great season.